I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and the mire. He set my feet upon a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. None can compare with you. Were I to speak and tell of your deeds, they would be too many to declare. Psalm 40 reminds us that God holds on to us through the good and the bad days. And we are encouraged to declare the ways that God has been faithful. Having just celebrated our 40th wedding anniversary, and I'm just about to celebrate my birthday, I shall be 21 for the third time, I have been reminiscing about the years that seem to have flown past, but have been packed with so many highs and lows. But my abiding gift from God has been peace. I didn't get to go to university as I had planned, but my first job was in an architect's office where I met Martin, my husband. God's plan at work before I even realised. After we were married, we moved away from Sutton for a while, led by God to go and support some friends in their ministry. The house we were meant to be moving into had had a water leak, and when we walked in, the wooden floor in the downstairs was completely raised. "Why are you not stressed by this?" asked our friends. But we felt we were in the right place and things would turn out okay. It was just a job that needed to be mended. We moved back to Sutton in 1988 with our daughter, and even though we tried several other churches, we returned to the Baptist church and were very warmly welcomed. Our nearest church was Falcon Lodge Chapel, so I went there to the mother and toddler so to get to know the new local moms. This starting my connection with Falcon Lodge and the chapel. God's plan and leading. While doing the school selection, I went to Woodington School on Falcon Lodge, and it felt the right place for my child. And it meant that I was in the right place to volunteer at Second Thoughts when it opens. God's plan. Martin lost his job twice during the time our children were small. But God kept us safe, gave us peace. Friends helped with mortgage payments. God provided new jobs, and we were in a sense of peace throughout the whole process. I have been part of Second Thoughts from the beginning, and God has been faithful in so many ways there, calling brilliant volunteers to come and help and be great witnesses to God's goodness in their lives, providing goods for us to sell, keeping the rent down, all those sort of things that we have prayed about, and God has been faithful. When I returned from an early pregnancy scan with news I was expecting twins, even though I was in a daze, I prayed, "Okay, God, this is not my plan, so you need to help me through this." He gave me peace and the assurance that he would be with me. And he was. Life has chucked all sorts of things at us as a family. It hasn't been plain sailing, but I have the assurance that God's promises are the firm rock on which to stand. And whatever we face, we can get through with God's help. Food Bank is my main focus now, and has grown into more than I envisaged. But God's faithfulness in bringing donations at really crucial times has happened again and again. We are just really blessed with the generosity of the community, the churches around this area. As I have matured, I have grown to love my garden, The gift of my garden, where God is so evident in seedlings growing into wonderful flowers. The change of the seasons is a great joy to me and a place where I meet God in my quiet times. I'm working at the chapel now, and because of God's faithfulness in the past, I know that his plan will be worked out there too.